a customer of Hindsite since 2008.
We've been a customer since about 2009, so about 5 years.
We've been a customer of Hindsite since 2006.
I have been a customer of Hindsite for at least 3 years. 3 years? 4 years.
I think I joined Hindsite in 2002, excuse me, about 12 years.
We joined in 2007 or early 2008, thereabout, I don't know exactly when.
I've been a customer since 2006.
Since 2009.
Paperwork, papers all over my desk, papers everywhere, papers all over the technicians' vans.
The biggest issue we had was not being able to keep up with jobs and work orders efficiently or quickly enough. We'd go out on one job and not get back to it until we thought, oh no, what about Mrs. Smith? And then get back to it at that
Things were
time.
too scattered. Too scattered?
Yeah,
we're all over the place.
I met David Carreri in 2006. We were really struggling. We had hit a ceiling, and we really were, just really struggling with managing data. So he promised me that it would change my life. It did. We've had continuous growth ever since. So.
Not having enough time in the office to actually complete billing and customer service.
Our biggest issue was the paperwork and the scheduling. We did everything by hand, and it was a nightmare trying to keep things organized.
Keeping track of all the employees and their routes and paperwork and essentially the history of the customers is probably one of my biggest issues.
Scheduling and knowing where my guys are at, keeping track.
I'm able to keep up with jobs within the software, which is great. I can see everything that's scheduled in the office from my end, and my guys can see all the jobs out in the field, and then I can see the next day what got done, what didn't get done, and we can act on it.
It actually gave me time to actually get into the field and work with my customers directly, and then speeded up billing and the process of getting out the bills.
Really revolutionized everything. Our scheduling was better. We're more efficient, getting people scheduled, getting customers taken care of. Our paperwork solution is better. Our tracking of what we're doing is better. It's made it extremely much more efficient. I mean, we're doing 150% more work with less people than we were doing when we started.
Scheduling's been more efficient, know where the guys are at, just less phone calls.
The history tracking of each customer has probably been the biggest solve there.
It has been a very positive impact.
Well, when you try to cater to so many different types of clients, it allows you to give each one their own specific special needs. Take care of them as they want to be taken care of.
Definitely made us more efficient, just all across the board.
It saves us a lot of time. So it saves us a lot of time, and it's a lot easier for the technicians at the end of the day to get, or at the beginning of the day to get in, and at the end of the day to get out. It saves them a lot of time.
Mapping, routing, knowing where every best place to put people.
My favorite feature is I can go into a customer and be able to tell how many times we've been there, what services we've done, what kind of system they have. I can really solve a lot of their issues over the phone now that we used to have to send a tech out to do.
Scheduling is my favorite feature. Simplifies scheduling, for sure. Allows us to handle a lot more clientele versus in the past.
Probably my favorite feature of Hindsite is being able to take an instant snapshot of where your company stands on a daily basis. What jobs are complete, what isn't, what needs to be done, what's the next step. Last year we managed about 11,000 work orders that were created, and I can say that all of them invoiced, so I'm very proud of that.
The favorite's probably keeping up with the running list of incomplete work orders. And it's laid out exactly what the next step is to be.
The paperless feature about it, technicians being able to enter their own parts and time in and time out, paperless timesheets, just saves me a lot of time with paperwork at the end of the day.
The mass scheduling and the mass emailing of potential customers.
If they want to grow their business, and yeah, just they have to do it.
Give them a strong consideration. Do your research, find out what you want to do and what you need. But the one thing that I can say about Hindsite is your business will adapt over the years, and it'll grow over the years, and it'll change over the years. And the one thing that, the reason why we've stuck with Hindsite for such a long time is because they are willing to work around us.
I tell them absolutely go for it. It's at least take a look at it. I looked for solutions for a year and a half before I found these guys. Everything they've done, every question we've had, they've answered. Everything we've wanted, they've been able to provide for us. So it's tremendous software.
It's a great management tool, and it replaces about 2 to 3 people in the office staff. And takes care of a massive amount of work with just one person.
I would tell somebody that was not operating management software, they need to look at something. I think Hindsite is specifically tailored to the irrigation and landscape industry, the greens industry. It's proven. I don't think anybody needs to reinvent the wheel.
It's definitely worth it. It's definitely eliminated a lot of paper in our office and made it seamless between us and the technicians. I used to have to chase down the technicians to get their handwritten paperwork about the job. They might lose it, they might not fill it out. And now it's all seamlessly synced between the field and the office at the end of each day and throughout the day. And that part makes it much easier.
Awesome.
Absolutely do it. It'll save your life.